Gratzer. I'm a product management of DIWICON-M line at Kayson. I ask you to please watch my presentation as an interactive format. Feel free to share your opinions, ask your questions. So, my presentation has three parts. First is a very quick overview. Of course, the new business model of Kayson had been described and introduced to by my colleagues. I don't want to keep you up. Instead of this, I will show you in case studies how this new solution or service model can be applied to our existing clients, or how can we acquire new clients. In chapter 3, I will show you the current service packages. We can say that it's halfly done, it's halfly being developed. So, solution overview. According to a new Kayson strategy, we are now shifting the new service model. By this, we are expecting that it will extend our global presence to cooperating with our partners, and we hope that we will access more and a wide range. More and wider range of our potential customers, and so on, as I said before. Shifting services. Of course, it requires a very different thinking and working. We have to deal. We almost have to forget a lot of things we have used before. We have to think in long-term service contracts instead of previous projects and products. We have to operate, install, operate, and maintenance or systems by us and by our partners instead of our customers. Long-term responsibility, installation, revenues, I think you were told by this previously. Now let's check what's about the partners. How should you look onto this new model? It won't be easy, but we hope that this solution involves our partners, I mean you, in the process is far better and a wider and more effective way. On the left you see the task, what should be done by Kayson. On the right it's shown that what should be done by our partners to our customers. The biggest difference is the first step, how to install a complete fleet by a new customer, because the implementation is a very different approach by this distributor, and the customer doesn't have to work. Under working, you don't have to put money, don't have to put time and effort to set up a new central application. You don't have to deal with getting servers, operational systems, usual technical stuffs. Installation is only that you get your devices put into the vehicles, and it's almost done. Starting up a brand new central system, it's not so much more than you opening your browser, entering the URL and hitting the enter key. It's absolutely quick to start. Of course, how to do this quick implementation? It can be done with the highly scalable and the cloud-based features of the whole brand new central application layer. These features are being developed, are being under development. However, it seems that we will be ready with this in a short time. Of course, if the customers need, there is a possibility to have a separate central application, a central server by the customers. In case, if there is a very big enterprise who needs a lot of IT power, or the security rules doesn't let to reach external information by the fleet management system. I guess you all here are very experienced and informed about what is the cloud, IT term. However, the next slides will highlight that how can we, what points can we utilize the most to have it in our fleet management system. What is the cloud? Blah, 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 hosted service where server functions are standardized and run at external location. In other view, through the DIWICON, it means that the cloud, it's a virtual store where you can buy or you can temporarily hire performance for your IT system. Let's talk about existing application or brand new application for new customers. Let's see some examples. If you have a customer who needs temporarily higher IT performance from time to time, or you have a brand new customer who want to deploy the system very quickly, or the IT performance goes up very quickly. You don't have to deal with buying new servers, buying new applications, buying new hardwares. You can meet these IT demands with a few clicks. Okay, now we are arrived to chapter 2. I'd like to show you a case study. A case study that can be seen as an ancestor, a historical model for this new service model. It's very interesting because in this storyline, the chain of the events is almost the same that we are doing at KSON. The new KSON business model describes. It tells us that this new model is highly perspective and will be very usable in these days. The case study is about Gratzer in Switzerland. It's a long story. I try to do it quickly. In 2005, a Swiss businessman has got in touch with us. He founded a company in Switzerland to offer to tracking vehicles and offering fleet management functions, especially for vehicles in Switzerland. He had checked a lot of devices and central applications from a lot of vendors, but he couldn't find a proper solution. One of these solutions were problematic because it hadn't enough support. The second has problems with the mobile devices because these devices had consumed a lot of power and they drained down the batteries of the cars very quickly. We met, and for the first step we gave him 5 devices. We also give them demo application to let him show his customers how does it work. He installed these devices into his cars very quickly, about in 5 days. Sorry. The testers of these 5 devices, they were Swiss people. They were very excited and they found it very interesting. He had a lot of ideas. He had a lot of demands. They were very interested in the smart device, and it was clear that they will have more and more new functions and demands in the future. this businessman has called us. He said he needed a lot of new functions, a lot of new devices. The start was very impressive, was very surprising. We sold almost 100 devices in a month in a country in which we've never been. And the second unusual thing was that our task was that only manufacture and ship this device. It was very strange to check that all the remaining stuffs, I mean installation, servicing, billing, running CRM applications, all done by our Swiss partner. This company had organized a very excellent field service team in Switzerland. By this, he became able to install and service devices and vehicles in a few days. The time went by very quickly. Philip, the businessman who I talked about, needed more and more functions. He needed more brandings, needed customization. Also, as the fleet has grew bigger and bigger, some problems had occurred. Of course, the users use our system very much. Due to the higher loads, this application we gave him for free as a demo purpose. It's sometimes slowed down, became unreachable, and so on. So we have to move forward. Contract has been signed with this company. In this contract, it's been clear that it fixed down that a minimal amount of devices will be ordered by Caisson. Also, we will give them absolutely stable, high reliable central application that it has a lot of power. Its accessibility is very high. Sorry again. Now this fleet of Switzerland became to 700 vehicles. He has very few employees per tracks comparing to its competitors in Switzerland. He is very satisfied with this solution because he doesn't have to take care for central applications, server, lease line, backups, and all the usual IT stuff. He can relax and can focus on his business. He is absolutely calm with Caisson's full power of support behind his back. He also has a personal contact at Caisson. It's me. So in case of any problems, we can solve most of the problems very quickly by a phone call. The advantages in this case for Caisson is that, as I said before, we don't have to deal with the local problems in Switzerland. We don't have to take care for a blown fuse, a problematic device, and so on. We don't have to take care for billing, CRM. All these activities is done by Caisson Switzerland. We can focus on our most core activities, for example, as research and development. Okay, let's go on forward. Let's talk about Gratzer. Gratzer is a huge transportation company working throughout all Europe with some Hungarian roots. In 2006, 10,000 and hundreds of vehicles have been equipped with Caisson DIWICON-M devices. These devices have also done the fleet management and tracking, and of course this system was this system provided standard GSM functions for the dispatchers and for the truck drivers. The main goal of Gratzer with this system was that pull down the operating cost, even from fuel cost to communication cost. In the past, Barbers had communicated his drivers with GSM line. It generated a huge bills for them with the custom application. Education application. Now they are able to receive, send, and manage tasks and messages with our application. By this, their period of communication went down by 30%. About the fuel usage, they stated that fuel consumption after this system had been deployed went by 20%. Sorry, 10% in 1 year of payment now. Let's talk about E.ON Hungary. I think everybody is familiar with E.ON. Everybody knows Hungary. Our system has been installed into the Hungarian E.ON vehicles in 2003. It started with a simple fleet management solution. It had only fleet tracking and fleet management. As the years went by, their primary goal with the system was that they wanted to minimize the unauthorized and privately taken distances. After implementing the system, these values, the distances, unauthorized distances went down by 20%. As the years went by, they needed more and more functionalities from fuel monitoring to the as soon as they integrated this fleet management into the ERP systems and other enterprise systems. The fleet size is about now 800 vehicles, and now we're working hard to extend it to 2,000 in the next year. Let's talk about EDF and GDF. With ADF Demas, it's a French-owned Hungarian energy provider. We can declare that almost the whole Hungarian electric energy sector is covered by Caisson fleet tracking devices. By GDF Suez, owning Égaz Dégaz, it's a Hungarian gas energy company. Also a significant part of the gas sector is also covered. This system has 900 vehicles, and it's very, very highly integrated with their core enterprise system. Its functions expanded to have a full process and control the administration, human resources booking, and asset management. Let's say, for example, the system even notifies the dispatchers if a tire has been changed on the vehicle because it's worn out. Cost optimization became 25%, the period of time became 1.5 years. Let's see Romanian Post. In Romania, postman was always exposed to personal attacks from month to month because they have delivered the pension salaries to the old people. In cooperation with G4S, it's an international security solutions company. Caisson devices the postman in Romania has been equipped with 11,000 of personal tracking devices. Our device offers panic functions and GSM voice capabilities besides the standard tracking functions. For example, if the postman has any problems, attacked, then he can, with pushing a button, he can get help to save him. Also, the central application is very enhanced. It gives precise booking of security events. It books and handles all security events that is related to the postman. 10% cost optimization to your period of time and online application cost. Let's see. At the third part of my presentation, I would like to show the current, or I can say the halfly developed service packages for fleet management. By the years, we have observed that a lot of our customers do not need or do not use the system from time to time. We saw that a lot of people uses the application only monthly, let's say. They're using the system for accounting or booking and not more. They access the system monthly. By this, they don't need even a map system. So this package, only with e-route registry and with a few basic reports, can be offered them for a very low monthly fee. So here you can see a sample of a basic report. It's a good driving behavior. This tells you that how the drivers and the users using the vehicles. The system rates every route with points according to acceleration, brakings, or speedings. If somebody uses the vehicle very rudely, I mean makes very rude brakings, accelerations, or high speedings, then he will receive points. At the end of the month, these points are summarized, and you will have a comparative list of how the drivers have used the vehicles. Second package is fleet-based. It also has e-route registry, driving style analysis. It has multi-map view. Multi-map view means that in the past we always wanted to give to offer our customers a map system which look and feel it's almost Google Maps. We tried. We have they tried a lot of. Sorry. We have tried a lot of solutions from map vendors, but we wasn't absolutely satisfied with them. So we created our brand new our map system, which has an absolutely look and feel just like Google Maps. It's quick, it's very easy to handle, and of course the users, the customers, we can import the map data from customers, so customers' objects and special buildings can be shown the map just like you would use Google Maps. Online historical position, I think I don't have to talk about it. You can check all your fleet now and how they worked in the past. Route and accidentalization. Under route and accidentalization, I mean you can, in case of accidents or any problems, you can analyze the smallest movement of your vehicles, and you can check what happened in the past episode. It's a screenshot from this package. You see the most part of the display is used by the map. And on the left, you can select all your vehicles. It has a lot of functions as well. Alarm signals and tests. I will show it later. Fleet extended. It's a third. It's a third service package. It It also has the functionalities than the previous packages. Now it also offers you to have text messaging and task managing for workforce management purposes. By this, you can easily send text messages to the cab of the truck. You don't have to call the driver to get or give information to him. Also a screenshot. In this screenshot you will see more information. I was talking about special analyzing to check in the past. And latex. It's almost say that all functionalities of case and fleet management is available in this service package. As I talked about sort texting and task sending possibilities to have driver identification. By this you can always know that who is driving your car, and also these devices are offering voice capabilities in the vehicles. On the left side of the display there is a messaging panel. In this, the dispatchers can send or receive messages from the cab of the trucks. And at least, but not least, let's talk about functionalities for applications for new personal devices from Apple. You can see the iPad and iPhone here. We offer the mobile tracking interface also for iPhone and iPad. With iPad, you can use fleet management application absolutely mobile. You can reach almost all functionalities that the desktop versions have. And with the iPhone application, using this application, the iPhone became a position source for the fleet management. So you can use your iPhone as a position. You can track yourself with your iPhone. It also has panic signaling, as I told you before, and it has Twitter compatibilities for social networking functions. So, thank you for your attention. If anybody has a question, please don't hesitate to